Welcome to the Medi-Cal Managed Care 101 series. This module is specifically tailored for organizations considering becoming enhanced care management providers, as well as those of you who have recently signed contracts. Today, we're going to guide you through a high-level tour of what your organization can expect in your relationship with a managed care plan after you've entered into a contract. We'll talk about three key things here. First, how members will come into you. This can be either by following referral and authorization processes or having a member assigned to you. Two, how will you outreach to the individual? Making contact with the enrollee at the outset is crucial, so we'll discuss some of the key things to know about initial outreach here. And finally, three, service delivery and the managed care plan's oversight of it. So you have a member and you've conducted outreach. There are some key things to keep in mind about how you deliver care and how the managed care plan will make sure that their network of ECM providers, including you, are doing a great job. Once you're contracted, the work of service delivery begins, initiated by the referral process. Let's break down how this process typically unfolds. Managed care plans have a responsibility to actively identify members who could benefit from ECM services, especially those who meet the criteria for populations of focus. This involves analyzing their own enrollment data, claims, and other relevant information to pinpoint these members. It's crucial that MCPs outline in their policies and procedures how they will use available data to identify members for ECM. This includes detailed references to each of the data sources specified in their contract with the Department of Healthcare Services, or DHCS. However, relying solely on internal data isn't enough. There must be a strong component of active, community-based outreach and engagement. DHCS expects that most referrals for ECM and community supports will come from the community. This means MCPs should not just passively wait for potential members to be flagged through their systems, but should actively seek out referrals from community providers. There are ongoing efforts to streamline this process even further. The state intends to issue a standardized ECM referral form in early 2025, which will help simplify and unify the referral process across different managed care plans. After there has been a referral, the authorization process is key. First up, let's talk about making your job easier from the get-go. MCPs are highly encouraged to collaborate with you to set up a smooth process for what's called presumptive or retroactive authorization. This means, as trusted ECM providers, you can quickly determine if members are eligible for ECM services and start helping them right at the point of care without delays. So again, you'll want to work with your MCP to understand their specific requirements and processes for presumptive or retroactive authorization because they can differ from plan to plan. There's also a special focus on justice-involved populations. For those members just leaving incarceration, DHCS requires that as soon as these individuals who've already received pre-release Medi-Cal services step back into the community, they should have ECM services waiting for them starting day one. If their enrollment in a managed care plan happens after they're released, the authorization for ECM services should kick in right on the enrollment day. Medi-Cal members will be assigned to ECM providers. Here's how members get matched up with you. The ideal scenario is to connect members with ECM providers they already know and trust. If there is an existing relationship, that's where they should go. Although MCPs might use algorithms to assign members to providers, real life isn't always so predictable. There should be an easy way to switch members to different providers based on new information from referrals or direct from the members themselves, ensuring they're with a provider best suited to their needs without unnecessary red tape. It's crucial that each member under ECM has a dedicated lead care manager, and this needs to be officially recorded. This role is central to coordinating care and making sure all services are tailored to the member's specific needs. MCPs will lay out exactly how you can adjust assignments to meet each member's unique needs and preferences, including how members can switch their lead care manager if the need arises. It's all about flexibility and responsive care. ECM outreach is critical. Every MCP has a set of policies and procedures that define how you as an ECM provider should reach out to members initially. This isn't just about making a phone call, it's about making sure that your outreach efforts are effective and sensitive to the member's immediate needs. So how does initial outreach work? Whether it's in-person visits, phone calls, emails, or even text messages, MCPs specify the ways you should first try to reach members. The idea is to use whatever method works best to engage them effectively. There's a set number of times you're expected to try to reach out. This ensures that every effort is made to connect with members, even if they're not responsive at first. And it's crucial to prioritize members who need immediate attention. This means if someone's situation is more urgent, they move to the top of your list. There's a structured process for how information should flow between you and the MCPs. This ensures that you have all the necessary details to make your outreach as informed and helpful as possible. And here's some good news. You will be reimbursed for your outreach efforts. And yes, this includes times when your outreach doesn't result in a member enrolling in an ECM. The goal here is to acknowledge the importance and effort of reaching out, regardless of the outcome. It's all part of the process of ensuring that those who need help are given every opportunity to receive it. Next, let's talk about service delivery modalities, the way service is delivered under ECM. The core of ECM services revolves around face-to-face engagements. Managed care plans mandate that these services should be primarily through in-person interactions. This approach supports a more personal connection and enables you to better assess and respond to the nuances of each member's needs. While in-person visits are foundational, there is some flexibility to incorporate telehealth solutions. Secure teleconferencing and other telehealth tools can supplement in-person visits, especially when circumstances like geographical barriers, health concerns, or other factors make virtual meetings more feasible. This blended approach allows providers to maintain a high standard of care while adapting to the needs and situations of members, ensuring that ECM services are both personable and adaptable. And again, you'll want to work with your MCP to understand their specific expectations, policies, and processes for telehealth service delivery. Managed care plans play a crucial role in ensuring that ECM providers deliver all of the ECM core services, which we discussed in detail in our previous module. Let's now delve into how these plans oversee and support the provision of these essential services. Managed care plans require ECM providers to conduct thorough evaluations of a member's medical needs. This is crucial for tailoring support services effectively, and it ensures that all aspects of a member's care are integrated and managed cohesively. Keeping a close eye on members' admissions to and discharges from healthcare facilities is also a key responsibility. This tracking helps manage and adjust care as needed. Next, the closed-loop referral process ensures that when referrals are made, there is confirmation that the member received the referred service, closing the loop on care continuity. It's important to note that there are no DHCS standardized forms or formats for assessments and care plans. This means you'll need to collaborate closely with your MCP to understand and align with their specific documentation processes. Once services have been provided, the next step for an ECM provider is to submit a claim or invoice. We will go into more detail about the billing processes in our next module, guiding you on how to ensure that your services are compensated correctly. To learn more, you could read a real-life spotlight or a case study on ECM in practice. We link a couple of these in the description to get you started. Thank you again for joining us. Please watch the next video in the series where we will take a look at the process to get paid by an MCP for your services.